former prosecutors running for the Democratic nomination, Kamala Harris and Amy Klobuchar. Their records, along with Joe Biden's record, are coming up, I think, for re-evaluation. There is an appetite for more criminal justice reform. There are questions about their records.
It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. They're the victims of society. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
And we run around with these signs, build more schools, less jails. There's a fundamental problem with that approach. Part of the discussion has to be an acknowledgement that crime does occur, especially when it is violent crime.
Clearly, there are people in our society who are horribly violent. These people must be put behind bars, but it is also my view that through the neglect of our government and through a grossly irrational set of priorities, we are dooming today tens of millions of young people to a future of bitterness, misery, hopelessness, drugs, crime, and violence.
2.2 million people in prison. That number shocks a lot of people.
Some of our friends are saying we're not getting tough enough on the criminals. But my friends, we have the highest percentage of people in America in jail per capita of any industrialized nation on earth.
What's being done to change the dynamic of mass incarceration?
For many of us that were protesting it in the 90s when they had the crime bill, which Biden and Bernie Sanders voted for.
I have a number of serious problems with the crime bill, but one part of it that I vigorously support is the Violence Against Women Act.
Things that were considered marginal or mainstream.
If you want to get tough on crime, let's demand that every man, woman, and child in this country have a decent opportunity and a decent standard of living.
You have very few families in Black America that this has not touched in a disproportionate way.
Let's not keep putting poor people into jail and disproportionately punishing blacks.
We feel like we tried to tell you all this could happen.
All the jails in the world and all the executions in the world will not make that situation right.